start. 35 years old. First try. This is my Canon EOS Elan 7. It is a 35mm film camera. I got this one at a thrift store for $40. It's nice because it acts more modern, so it's got the functions of a more modern camera and you can fit the nicer lenses on it, but it is still a film camera. And I'm shooting it with Kodak Gold 200 right now.
What I'm looking at here is sitting on top of this. I'm looking at this pocket of light down here, and I'm hoping he'll drive through this and I can get either his hood or the tail of him framed up in this light pocket with all the dark around it and highlight the Land Cruiser. Come to me a little bit. Right about there.
This is the place to be. You can see every direction. It's beautiful. Beautiful weather, beautiful time of day. Not a complaint.
Oh, you put on.
What you cooking up, bub?
Picking up some green beans. Switch it up. Beans of the green variety.
What are you cooking?
Beans of the green variety.
You gotta do
Verde frijoles.
So, my dad gave me this camera, actually, that he bought new in 1984 when he moved to Hawaii. He gave it to me and I started messing around with it. And I had a digital camera, I got a little bit later, but it just didn't have the same feel to me, you know? So I had to stick around with this and eventually just got into other cameras and stuff. But yeah, it all started with this little guy.
How'd you get into developing your own film?
With this guy, actually, he showed me that you could do it at home, and I was like, you save money doing that? Are you kidding me? It's so expensive, and it takes 2 weeks. No, thank you. So save some money and do it a lot quicker. Why not? You know, back in the day, if you want to take pictures, you had to have an actual camera. So I mean, this is just like a very basic consumer camera back in the day, but got the job done, and it still does. The good stuff.
What you got?
Potra 400.
I actually got into film. I was into digital photography since like 8th grade. I had a Nikon and I always wanted to be good at photography, but I always hated what I was doing and what I was creating. But my brother had a film camera. He had an A1 that he got for way too cheap. And I always thought his pictures were way better than mine, so I was like, dang, I gotta get a film camera because that's all he shoots on. And I found one at the thrift store for 40 bucks. Figured I'd try it out, and the rest is history.
What type of subjects are you interested in shooting?
I like mostly shooting people. I like shooting my friends, just documenting what the people around me are doing, or like nature scenes, stuff like that. I like vintage looking things,
Oh yeah.
even if they aren't necessarily vintage in the moment.
And how did you get into developing?
I took my film to a lab, and it was about 20 bucks a roll to get it done, scanned and done the way I wanted, so I figured if they can do it, why can't I do it? And it was a hell of a lot cheaper to do it myself, so I figured, why not get into it? I use my bathroom. I have sous vides I found at the DI thrift stores to control the temperature. I keep my film chemicals in polar seltzer bottles. I don't really do anything expensive. I try to keep it as cheap as possible because that's kind of the reason I got into it.
Why did you quit your job and pursue filmmaking at college?
Because if it's not making you happy, why should you keep doing it?
Did you have like a moment?
Yeah. Moment was, I don't care how my pockets look, I'd rather chase my passion.